It started with a lobby. Stick had joined a public match.
Random server, random team, random everything.
The kind of match where nobody knows anybody, and that's fine because it doesn't matter.
You play, you finish, you leave.
Except the team had other ideas. Before the match even started, the messages came. Not to him directly, just visible in the chat.
Who invited the stick figure?
Then, not playing with that, then someone left. Then, someone else. The lobby started emptying, not because the match was cancelled, because of him. He sat there and watched the number go from 5 to 4 to 3. He left before it hit 2. He told himself it didn't matter. They were strangers.
Random usernames in a random lobby. He didn't know them. They didn't know him. It was nothing.
He thought about it for the rest of the day. Spoony found him at his locker. One look, what happened? Stick told him about the lobby, the messages, the number going down. Spoony's eye went wide. The clipboard appeared.
Okay, we need to build your reputation. If they know who you are before you join, they're strangers. I'll never see them again. Reputation travels.
In a random public lobby, Spoony looked at the clipboard. The clipboard looked back. It might not travel that far. Spike arrived. Time's already down. He had heard the lobby part.
They didn't know you, Spike said. Correct, Stick said. They rejected a username. Also correct, so it shouldn't matter. Spike's times went lower. It matters anyway. Yeah, that's allowed.
Mugsy was already at the corner table. He had been there before Stick arrived. As always, he didn't ask what happened. He looked at Stick for a moment. Then, how many left? 3. Mugsy nodded once, slowly, like someone doing math. Then he picked up his cup, just held it, and didn't say anything else.
By the end of the day, Stick had replayed the lobby 4 times.
Not to understand it better, just because it was there. The chat log, the usernames leaving, the number going from 5 to 4 to 3. The specific timestamp of when he decided to leave before. It hit 2, he kept coming back to the messages.
Who invited the stick figure? He knew it was nothing. He knew they were strangers. He knew this happened to everyone who played public matches.
He also knew it was in the chat. Permanent readable. He could go back and read it again right now if he wanted. He didn't want to. He kept thinking about it anyway. Lumi found him at the far end of the hallway. The 3 o'clock one. She sat beside him. A lobby, Stick said. Public match. They didn't want me on the team. 3 people left because of me. He paused. They were strangers. I don't know why it's still here.
Lumi looked at him. The glow in her chest was steady. Can I tell you something?
Stick looked at her.
Social exclusion activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. You already know this. But there's something specific about digital exclusion that makes it harder to leave behind. When someone rejects you in person, the moment passes.
It exists in memory. But when it happens in a chat, it's text, it stays. You can go back and read the exact moment it happened. Your brain knows it's still there, and a brain that knows the evidence exists will keep returning to it. Stick thought about the chat log, the timestamp, the usernames. That's called digital permanence. The rejection wasn't bigger than any other rejection.
But it left a record. And the record is what your brain keeps finding.
Stick was quiet. And there's something else. They didn't reject you. They rejected a username in a lobby. They had no information about you, your name, your history, your actual skill.
They made a decision based on nothing real. Which means their decision contains no real information about you. Stick thought about who invited the stick figure. The chat log is permanent, Lumi said. What they thought about you isn't. Those are 2 different things.
Stick looked at the voxel hallway. At the blocky lockers. At the neon accents on the walls. So what do I do with the log?
You don't have to delete it, Lumi said. You just have to stop treating it like evidence.
It's a record of what 3 strangers did in 30 seconds. That's all it is. Stick thought about that. About the number going from 5 to 4 to 3. About leaving before it hit 2. About the specific decision to leave before it hit 2, which was, now that he thought about it, its own kind of answer.
He hadn't waited for them. He'd left first. I left before it hit 2, he said. Lumi almost smiled. That's not nothing.
From down the hallway, Spoony running, clipboard raised. Stick. I found a league with verified players where your reputation would Mugsy.
Stepped out, hand raised, toward Spoony. Not right now. Spoony stopped, looked at the hand, looked at Stick, looked at the corner table where Spike was sitting, lowered the clipboard, sat down.
The voxel hallway was quiet. The neon crystals on the walls pulsed once. Slowly, does he cue again?